Hey guys, we are back with another food review video. Who's it for, Margaret? Who's this video for?
You!
It's for you, that's right. Food reviews for you, winter edition, I guess. Winter edition. It's a little nipply outside.
A wee bit
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I am Mr. Sean Patrick Hyde, as always, with me, my beautiful partner in crime, hiding in the shadows of the car on this particular video, on this particular evening.
This is a new car.
Our new car. Yes, warm car. The air works great, the heat works great, so no complaints. Yay. That is good. And so Margaret here, as I said, hiding in the shadows. We are, she already sampled this food, by the way, but that's okay. We're gonna pretend she didn't, because you can't really tell. What we're doing tonight, in honor of winter, the winter season, we what better for winter than some hot cocoa, right? Nice steaming hot cup of cocoa. It's not.
It's cold.
Oh, well, what do we have here? It is a hot cocoa shake from our good friends at Jack in the Box.
It can't really be hot. It's cold.
Well, I think it's called a hot cocoa shake because I don't know why.
Because it has hot chocolate.
Because cocoa is typically, you know, yeah. So I'm assuming you, like Margaret deduced very quickly that I guess maybe they just take cocoa powder or the mix or whatever you want to call it and put it in with the shake mix, swirling it about and creating this. Actually, this thing of beauty. You got the whipped cream, a dome, the cherry poking out there, looking very enticing, if I do say so myself. So, before I take a drink, since Margaret has sampled it already, what would you say about this shake before I dive in, Margaret?
What do you want me to say about it?
Well, you were the first one to sample this concoction.
It's a vanilla shake with cocoa mix in it. It's
a vanilla shake.
You taste it. You see, it's very thick. It's hard to get out of.
Let me. Okay.
You better suck hard.
We're gonna. I better. I see what you mean. I always thought McDonald's milkshakes were quite hard to drink through a straw, but this, well, this is comparable, I guess. You know what, though? It does taste like cocoa mix. It tastes like cocoa mix. So I get why they call it.
Yeah, you even crunch it.
Yeah, you can kind of crunch it.
It's not even mixed in.
It could be blended better, as you can kind of see the chocolate schmear, if you will.
We should have tried the one at Bobby's.
Well, we'll do that next, because we've got to get back on track with some food reviews this winter. So this was the first one, but this is a product. This is a company that everyone, well, most people probably know, Jack in the Box. So we're letting you know that this exists. It's here for the winter. I don't know how long they're going to have it. I just noticed it. Could have been here for months. Really no idea. But with that being said, it's very thick. This one's not particularly blended well, but I do like it. Here, have another drink. Have another drink.
I didn't say I hated it. It just...
No, you didn't. You did not say you hated it. Absolutely not.
Headache sucking it out the straw.
Your face is collapsing. It's like
yeah.
It was imploding, I think. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna milk the straw.
Take some ibuprofen after that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is probably something we will have to work on in time.
I don't hate it.
Because it is a work in progress as far as drinking this.
I want the cherry.
You have at it. Take that.
It's a big long one.
Take that cherry. Oh, yes. Okay. Did it have 2 stems?
I think so.
Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to try another attempt to drink some of this.
Ugh.
Very thick, but very tasty. So, you know, if you like milkshakes, some people like milkshakes. Some people really don't care for milkshakes. They prefer ice cream. Some people don't like.
You can chew.
Some people don't like ice cream at all. Yeah, you like ice cream you can chew. And that, what exactly would you This is almost to that
A
point.
concrete, like something
Like a concrete, yeah.
with
Something
stuff in
blizzardy,
it.
concretey,
Yeah,
with toppings inside the mix.
yeah.
But, no, we're going to probably have to take this home and let it thaw a little bit and continue to work on it. It was around $6. Not quite $6. This is the large. They have a small and a large. But if you're a fan of milkshakes and you're a fan of cocoa, I think you're going to dig this. You know, like I say, if you're not a milkshake guy or gal, then you're probably not going to really have any interest in this
Or
whatsoever.
Or them, or they. Or it, or
Pick a pronoun.
whatever.
We're not getting into that. Oh,
sorry.
no, I'm just kidding. But whatever the case may be. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Some people are lactose intolerant there. But that's, you know what? The thing is, I don't know if this is real ice cream. I don't work at a Jack in the Box. Never worked at a Jack in the Box. Nor do I know anyone employed at Jack in the Box. So I don't have any way of verifying if this is... I guess I could have asked at the window. It didn't occur to me. Or we could probably just all Google it. It could just be a powder from a mix, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know. I don't think it's like it's not like they scooped up a bunch of ice cream and blended it up. It's a mix.
They just, no. They
Wouldn't you
just
say?
threw in some Swiss Miss cocoa.
No, but do you think this is real ice cream, or you think this comes from a powder or a mix, like McDonald's?
The ice cream? I don't know.
It's hard to
It
say.
just comes out of a machine.
What do they put into the machine?
I don't know.
Who's
It's a magic
Who's to
machine.
say? It's just that
You
just turn it on
ice
and
cream
suddenly they have.
Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
machine.
it's one of those. It never runs out of delicious milkshakes, I think. Unlike other restaurants, when you try and get a milkshake or even ice cream in the evening, and mysteriously their machines are either broken down, or we're in the process of cleaning them,
Yeah, after
or
9 o'clock, there's no ice cream.
you know,
anywhere.
that's a whole other thing going on there. But so I guess what I'm going to say is I like this, and you said you liked it. Well, you said you didn't hate it, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the quote. That's generally what the quote is. I think you didn't hate it.
I don't hate it.
But I have to say, it is thick. So if you like thick milkshakes, you're going to love this. I like them a bit thinner because I like to actually be able to drink it and enjoy it without, you know, my head hurting or anything like that. But the presentation was nice. It's a pretty heavy milkshake. You're like I said, you're going to pay about $5, $6, whatever, depending on where you live, I suppose. It's okay. It is what it is. It's a milkshake, and it does taste like cocoa. But if you were going to make this at home, you could pretty much do the same thing. Throw some cocoa into the mix, and voila, a little whipped cream and a cherry, and it's going to be about the same.
Voila!
Voila. So I guess it's the moment of truth. We have to rate this thing, right?
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being, it is what it is. Or the big 5, meaning, wow, this was the best thing I've put in my mouth today. Or in a long time, or whatever. It's great, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I give it a 2.
A 2.
The cherry was
2.
the best part.
That doesn't say much for the milkshake.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Well, if it hadn't had the cherry...
It's not much of a shake because it's all like in pieces.
Well, you do prefer a concrete. It's a bit thicker like concrete.
No,
isn't
I
it?
mean it like that's not mixed
Well,
together.
you prefer things a bit more uniform. So if it did not have the cherry, would you still give it a 2?
Yeah, I guess.
That's the question.
Because it has whipped cream.
Well, whipped cream makes everything better, doesn't it?
It does,
Whether
yes.
it's pie, cake, ice cream,
Or other
just whipped
things.
cream.
Yes.
You know, there's nothing like a big bowl of whipped cream, is there?
That's-
Throw a little hot fudge on
There you
top
go.
and go to town, some sprinkles maybe. Anywho, I'm going to give this, out of 5, I'm going to give this a 3.5.
Oh.
Because I don't,
fine.
like, as I said, I prefer it to be a bit thinner. So
You
my-
like thin milk.
So my temples don't draw in when I do, because I feel like if you're drinking something, should it hurt your face to drink
Yeah,
it?
but-
I don't think it should hurt your face when you're consuming food
No,
or
I don't
beverage.
agree with you that much on that because I don't think it's this thick, but I think it needs to be thick enough for it to be something other than
chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Oh no, I agree completely, and I love chocolate milk. But I just prefer it to be a bit thicker, like
Thinner.
Or, yeah, thinner. I'm sorry, thinner, because it's just a lot when your head starts hurting and your cheeks are getting sore. To drink something, it shouldn't be that much.
I don't really hate it. It's not bad.
So, has your score changed? Perhaps? The cherry's gone, now she's diving into the actual shake. I think she's enjoying it a bit more than she was initially. So what would you... You look like you're enjoying it quite a lot.
I'm not hating it. I think maybe they did put a little something else in there.
Like?
Or it's just mixing it better now.
What do you think they put in there?
Maybe some fudge or something.
Maybe there's just some fudge. Maybe that's what the streaking is. Maybe that's actually a squirt of hot fudge or something that they've blended into the mix.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, that could be, because I don't know that cocoa powder would look like that.
I think it might be some fudge.
Let's try it again.
I'll give it a 2.3. I'll change.
It's still delicious, still incredibly difficult. I mean, it's rubbish to drink through that straw. It's not working.
It's collapsing.
I'm sorry. The straw is actually collapsing and flattening out because of the intense suction on it.
I'll just eat off the bottom of it.
She's eating it like ice cream at this point. She's scooping it out with a straw, which that's fine. Did I ever give it a rating? I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't give it a 4 or a 5 is because of the thickness. I really don't have a problem that it's not completely blended.
But that's
I
preference.
don't care about that. Mainly, it's the thickness. But I understand.
They should just give you one of them fat tampon straws.
Like a boba straw.
Yeah, the tampon.
Now, if
straw.
you were drinking out of a tampon straw or boba straw, as I think most people would probably know it better as, you know, it's a thicker straw, so you can suck the boba up through it. So I think that would probably work better.
I think it's thinning out a little bit.
Yeah, I hit a pocket.
It's getting warmer.
I hit a pocket of some
pocket.
thin shake, a thin pocket, as opposed to a fat, thick pocket or something. Is it?
There's some more. So you get mad at me when I say, that pizza's too fat or whatever. And you know
now, you know what? It's going up to a 4 here in a second, I think, because... Well, no, I got to stick to my initial 3.5 because that's what it was initially. That's how it was presented to me. I think it's only thinning up now or thinning out now because we're holding it. Our body heat is sort of... And we're in the car, so the heat is running as well. So I think you combine all of those factors... And it is beginning to thin out.
But we're not in a garage, so don't worry.
Oh no, we're not anywhere where we can. Yeah, there's not going to be any asphyxiation going on of any kind. Only. So okay, so I had a 3.5, and you had a 2.
Some people
and you're
don't appreciate a good choking.
Some people just don't. So if we were to combine the scores, I always say this really makes no sense, but at this point I just enjoy doing it. If I combine her score and my score, we would actually have a 5.5, which would be way above perfect. But since that doesn't really count for anything because they're separately scored, hers and mine, I'd say you gave it kind of a low rating. Your favorite part was the cherry. Because you didn't like that it was not properly mixed.
Nope.
You think it needs a boba straw.
A tampon straw, yeah.
A tampon straw. And what was your other complaint? Or was that pretty much it?
Yeah, I guess.
And then my only complaint was the thickness. So I'm going to say, if you like, and I think I probably said this already, I'm going to say it again, to reiterate, if you enjoy a thick milkshake, give it a whirl. If you like cocoa and milkshakes, give it a whirl. Now, if you don't like cocoa, you don't like milkshakes, not a big fan of ice cream in general, and you really don't like drinking things that are going to make your face ache in some form or fashion, don't. by all means, do not go to your local Jack in the Box.
Here's the thing, though, is it
to get one of these?
would it be thinner if it was a different machine? Like, does that mean?
Well, I was sort of entertaining that thought, but then it came to mind. All of these Jack in the Boxes, I'm sure, have the same equipment. You know, so I'm assuming whatever they're using to mix this is going to be the same everywhere. So
probably a teaspoon.
Somebody's just back there with a spoon and a cup, and they're just. Ugh.
That's how I thought you used to make milkshakes. With my dad.
I have done that a time or two in the past. Well, you do what you got to do.
Yeah. And when we got married, and you said you make it in a blender, I was like, what? I know, right? Put some milk and ice cream in a glass and stir it with a spoon.
I grew up doing that a lot of times. And the thing is, we even had a blender. Not a great one, but we had one. But oftentimes, you know, you're a little kid. You know, most little kids don't mess with blenders, but you would make your own drinks and, you know, pour milk and ice cream.
Not me. I never did.
You never did when you were a little kid?
I don't think so.
Wow. So you did this as an adult? The spoon milkshake?
Yeah, when we got married, I thought that's how it was supposed
to be. Yeah, well, you grew up thinking that.
Yeah.
So I taught you a culinary lesson.
You did. All right.
So anyway, I hope you learned something from this, folks.
There's a thing called
a blender that you can make a milkshake. It's a food review for you.
You don't need a blender. Just go to Jack in the Box.
Just go to the Jack in the Box and get if you want to get a large, like I say, $5.50, $6, whatever it was.
You got $5.
Burning a hole in your pocket and an extreme craving for some sugar.
And to suck your face off.
Well, you know what? It's a good facial exercise, I guess.
It is.
Yeah, the cheekbones, the temples.
So, food reviews.
For you.
For you.
Love you guys.
We're out. Peace out.
Peace out. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all of our videos. Go back and visit the other ones as well. There's a lot of good information out there. They're all fun, informative, and most of all, we do it for you. Have a blessed night.